Your brother was a fighter. Even on January 1st in the hospital with your parents, he was still fighting. You had an opportunity to get on the phone and you said you felt like he could hear you. Tell me a little bit about what that last conversation was like with your brother.
Man, so I didn't really know if that was gonna be my last conversation, with him. I knew that he was in bad shape, but I didn't realize like how bad it really was. I knew that they had him in the hospital, he was alive, he was breathing, but I didn't know there was a machine really, making him stay awake so the priest could come give him the final blessing, stuff like that. And I feel like that was a big reason, he was able to make it into heaven. But that last conversation, I just told him that I loved him, that I'll see him soon, to keep fighting, to keep going. Like you said, he's a fighter. I didn't have to tell him that, but because that's who he is, just how he's been since he was a baby. But I just told him, keep going, keep fighting, that I'll be there soon, to be with him and to see him and how much I loved him. And I told him I loved him. Those are the last words I ever told him. And then about probably 10 minutes later, I was with my uncle and my aunt, my Uncle Brett, who he played in the league and played at LSU and stuff like that. But he and my aunt, they kind of looked at me 10 minutes later and shook their heads. So, it was definitely a pretty vivid conversation I had with them. I remember it really well. That was my built-in best friend. Me and him were like this, good news, bad news, indifferent. I'm calling him. He's the first person I'm calling, and he's always picking up the line no matter what. Like you said, though, he was a fighter, though. And, yeah, last words I ever told him were I love him and to keep fighting. So that's what I'm going to live with now from now on, is just keep fighting, keep going no matter the circumstance, but just keep on going.